was getting ready for bed and I'm going through my DMs on Instagram and, trying to read some of the DMs. And shout out to all the people who reached out to me concerning, the apartments. I haven't responded to every single one of you guys, but I really do appreciate it. But I'm going through my DMs and I seen that somebody asked me a question. And I thought it was very important for me to answer this question. Now, I did say to myself that I'm not going to be making any serious content until I find an apartment and settle. But this question is very important, and I thought to answer it. And he said, why are you gay with all your wisdom? And I don't think this person is trying to be funny. I think they're actually quite curious, like really genuinely curious. And here I am to answer. First of all, thank you so much for thinking that I'm a wise person. I do appreciate that. Personally, it makes no difference to me, but like I've always said, a compliment is always much better than a diss, so thank you. I am, or at least I appear as homosexual in this realm because of my wisdom. And I know this sounds so cliche. And I know it sounds like I'm trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm also fucking tired as hell. So I ain't got no time to be horsing around. But yes, see, you have to understand that everything you perceive in this realm is only a tip of the iceberg. So whatever it is that you perceive about me, like let's say for example what you see about me, which is probably different from what I see on myself. Like when I look in the mirror, I probably see something totally different from what you see, which is probably different from what somebody else sees. This is because humans have selective perception, meaning that our karmas or your karma will only allow you to see what you need to see or what needs to be seen by you. Because according to quantum physics, the observer is the observed and the observed is the observer. So whatever it is that you perceive about me when you are perceiving me with your senses is only a tip of the iceberg of Uche. There's a lot more about me that meet the eye. But because we live in a world that is dead in spirit, everything is so reduced to physicality. That's why when you look around you, all you see are just like, physicality, senses of sound, taste, touch, what's the other one? And that's it. But you fail to realize that everything is much, much deeper. There's a deeper rooted metaphysical presence that you're not able to perceive unless you have spiritual discernment. And this is applicable to everyone and everything. And the lack of knowledge of this is actually what triggers low self esteem. So when you see somebody who thinks very low of themselves, that's because that person has also reduced themselves to just the physical without realizing that there's a lot more about that person that meets the eye if they were to go much deeper. Matter of fact, when you start developing spiritual discernment, you come to see it. You see it, like you see how everything exudes depth very, very much deeper than meets the eye. You come to see that being a good person, at least what the people of this world call being a good person, is just laughable. Being a good person means genuinely connected with everything and understand that everything exudes God and everything is sacred and you must respect everything. And I mean every literal thing, including feces. Yes, every single thing exudes God. So that person that you think is weird, they appear weird to you because your karma is manifesting them to appear weird to you. But in your humility and stillness, you come to realize that that person also exudes God. Matter of fact, you would actually be surprised. The reason why you're able to perceive that person is probably because you need each other, you need them. So, whatever prayer that you've been praying for, that person could be the answer or at least a piece of the puzzle, but your ego is blocking you from seeing it. That's why they appear weird to you. Or that black person you think so low of. In your humility and in your stillness, if you were to see that that black person exudes God, you come to realize that that person is an answer to a prayer that you've been praying for. Or that woman that you're looking down on, or that gay person, or that Igbo person, or that Yoruba person, or that Oyibo person, or that white person, or that Chinese person, or that immigrant person. You see, you get the point. Or that homeless person. Like I think the Bible even said that God can work through anyone. And God also works in mysterious way. The Bible said that as well. And God can work through anything. Actually, in the Bible, remember, was it Paul or Saul? I think it was the same person, Chad, that was on the road, and then the donkey saw the angel, but the Paul did not see the angel, and the donkey spoke to like, yo, why are you striking me? Like, yo, can't you see this angel right here? That's a whole nother conversation, Chad, because I've talked about how I believe, in my opinion, that humans are the dimmest in this realm. I believe that everything else is more still than humans, including animals, and even a rock is more still than humans. That's why the donkey was able to see the angel and the human was not able to see the angel because humans are significantly way more distorted, because of our fall from grace, original sin, and so on and so forth. But that's a whole other conversation, Chad. But yes, there's a lot more about us that meets the eye. So someone might appear something to you. That is your karma perceiving it, but is much deeper than that. So that perfect calibration in my metaphysical has manifested as the perfect calibration in my physical, in everything you perceive, including the ones that you're yet to perceive in my physical. And I must respect that perfect calibration to maintain that glow. Whatever it is that it is about me that makes me glow, for you to perceive and say that I'm a wise person, I must respect the entirety of the package, the good and the bad, including the things that the biscuit heads of this world tell me are not good enough, like my sexuality. I must not change that. Like my skin color, I must not change that. Like the way I talk, even with my Nigerian accent or American accent, I must not change that. Yes, I can do both accents. If I can do Chinese accents, I'll put it. If I could speak Yoruba, I will speak it. No problem. I must not pretend that I cannot speak Igbo. I'm an Ngwa man. I must not change it, because once I start tweaking even just a little bit, the light gets dim. And as a result, I am not able to show the glory of God that is coursing through me. And you will not be able to recognize that fire in me to glorify God in heaven. And I will not be able to light you up. Again, this is what causes low self esteem. When more people come to see that we're all exude God, and every single one of us, we embody that without ego, we light each other up. The entire cosmos will be lit up. And there's literally nothing in this world, nothing, and I mean nothing in this world worth dimming myself down for. Like, nothing. This place is meh. This place, no one here is deserving of that at all. And that these people that can't even wipe their yash properly. We thank God. So all the cabin biscuit heads in my village that are waiting for me to be cured of the spirit of homosexuality. Ha! Oh now something where they sweet me like sugar. Blessed are the craze. Nara. As above, so beneath. As in heaven, so on earth. As within, so without. This is the rule of polarity. Welcome to the realm of polarity. Uche, peace, and love.